Next, Policy Brief, a presentation of the policies of the United States government.
Access to the written word is something many of us take for granted. But for the world's estimated 340 million blind, visually impaired, and otherwise print-disabled people, the hunger for the knowledge contained in books can often go unfed. Only a small proportion of all published text materials are made available in accessible format copies. The United States and more than 150 other countries recently signed on to a treaty that aims to end this so-called book famine. The Marrakesh Treaty was adopted in late June at the World Intellectual Property Organization's diplomatic conference. Shira Perlmutter, Chief Policy Officer and Director for International Affairs at the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, co-led the U.S. delegation to the conference. The goal of the treaty, she said, is to provide print-disabled individuals access to a much wider range of materials, while maintaining the integrity of the international copyright framework.
What this treaty would do is to require any country that signs the treaty to implement in their own national law an exception that permits entities to make accessible format copies for the blind and otherwise print-disabled.
The treaty would also provide for cross-border exchange of those accessible format copies. Next steps will include ratification and implementation in each country. The treaty will enter force once 20 countries have ratified it.
Well, we think this is a tremendous and historical achievement, and we look forward to seeing it really making a difference on the ground.
That was Policy Brief, a presentation of the policies of the United States government.